Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on the Flash Feud number 3, NWO versus Striker. It's not live in the game yet, so I will try and talk about the lane bonuses and stuff in a different way. A little bit harder without having the setup live in the game. I want to cover a couple things right out of the gate. If your faction is trying to max it, or if you are trying to do your portion, your 1% in your faction, you need to end up the feud event at 8.33 million. So really, the last two feuds, the line bonuses are pretty hard, and I think it'll be hard to score points unless you have specific guys and are really set up for it, guys and perks. So if you want to be comfortable going into the last feud, I would say you probably want to be really close to 6 million points going into these last two feuds. If you're not there, you should probably do some talent up, fuse up, star fills, all that good stuff. I'm right at the 6 million mark in my faction. I'm pretty comfortable that I can get 2.3 million in the last two feuds. If I need to, I'll use some more Evos, talent up, that kind of stuff. Somewhere between 5 and 6 million is probably a safe bet. And then have some talent up in reserve in case you get busy doing something. So star fills will work. And so will evolving them, fusing them, that kind of stuff. Your fuses count very, very little now in talent up, in coin events, in any of that stuff. So this is the time to use it in a faction event like this. A 4-star Evo, fuse, or star fill is going to be 7.8% of what you need to max the event. That's 650,000 points, by the way. So any of the 4-star versions of that. If you're doing star fills, if you're doing more than one, make sure to do them one at a time so you get points for them. Striker talent up is worth the most, and 5k striker talent up is also 650k points. So that's the same amount as doing one Evo, star fill, fuse, that kind of thing. This is not the event to be selfish in. Guys, your faction's making a bunch of coin. The milestones have loads of coin in them. Lots of people in some of the factions are going to be needing those shards for HBK or the gear. So this is really one to go in and do your 1% on. Again, going into the last two, if you're somewhere close to the 6 million mark, you can probably get there, assuming you feud a bunch. If not, you should be doing your talent up now and getting it out of the way so everyone knows what they need to do as a faction. But you should definitely be seeking to do your 1%. That's really the big part of what you need to do for your faction. Anything less and you're not carrying your own weight. So anyway, all that being said, I'll jump right into the lane bonuses and what I kind of think about them. At this point in the monthly, I don't think it's wise to buy perks. I've covered that in the previous Flash Feud. Obviously, with what's going on, for lane bonuses, Multiply Gem is going to be an amazing perk, assuming you have strikers that run it. So your Harpers, your Volkovs, your NWO Hitman that have Multiply Gem damage are going to be quite good. So those are your strikers that are really going to take advantage of this bottom row, as well as Booker T, Hall of Fame, and Sting could take some advantage of the power gem damage. Sid, obviously, if you have Sid, who's pretty rare. I think it's very important. 5 is the minimum. I would definitely run the minimum 5 unless you have like a really decked out Volkov with gear, NWO, Hitman like fully decked out. And when I say that, I mean like strap with Fury set and all of that good stuff. Booker T, and a bunch of them. Harper, or I wouldn't go any bigger than 5, or it's going to be a miserable feud for you. What I would most likely do for this feud, assuming I have enough good strikers, would be fill the bottom row and fill the open slot. Now, there are some exceptions to that. If you have Hollywood, obviously you can get a +2 all gem generation, which isn't amazing, but if you have Hollywood, you probably want to use Hollywood Hogan, so whatever. This middle lane bonus is good, it's just not amazing. I'm not going to talk about it because so few people have Hollywood, and if you do, you're probably going to run it anyway, so I'm not even going to bother with that one. The top one, any Big Show at 4-star, if you have a very high level NWO Big Show, this would be a great feud to bring him in. He has class advantage against the strikers. Now, once that's said, you are definitely going to want to bring your striker or your Big Show with the multiply gem down coaches. So if it's a striker, it should be, I think I got it on T actually. I believe it's Carmella. Yeah, so she reduces multiply gems by 70%. That's going to negate most of the multiply gem damage out of the really good multi-gem strikers. So the Harper, Volkov, NWO Hitman. So when you're setting your guys up, set a multi-gem down coach on your guy and use that to take their best multi-gem guy down. So if they have a maxed up Volkov, use your best with a multi-gem trainer on them. So if you have an NWO show and you have him maxed out, Powerhouse Angle nerfs the multi-gems for showboats. If you don't have any of those guys, I would suggest in the open slot, taking someone you have with a very high multi-gem coach and running them, and then using them to counter their best guys. If you want to take advantage of that top lane bonus, if you have a high level Big Show, that 100% botch gem damage is going to be very good on his finisher, very good for Lex Luger, very good for Bret the Hitman Hart, and I think there was one other that I can't think of right off, but Hitman, Luger, and Big Show for sure. I think there's one other botch gem I'm forgetting about. Someone's probably going to call me out on that, but that's okay. I can't think of it right off. I thought there was one more, but those are the big ones that you'll want to watch out for. Mark Henry doesn't do extra damage, he creates them. So Luger will be nasty, Hitman will be nasty, and Big Show will be nasty. If you have a really high Luger, that's a great row to fill. Same thing if you have a super high Trickster Big Show. You might want to take advantage of that lane bonus. If you don't have those things, then it's probably not really a big deal. And mostly you want to bring 5 guys that are really well set up, that are ready to go turn 1 if possible, have the proper trainers, and you can put the multi-gem down coaches on. So if you happen to have enough strikers to run, that's great. Don't run more than 5 guys unless you want to go against huge rosters. I will probably end up running, let's go to, I'm sorted by class. So I'm going to fill the bottom row and probably put Dango in the top row because he is a class advantage and my 5-star. And he should be good to counter a lot of the strikers. Plus he has multi-gem down. In the bottom row, I'm going to run probably Mr. T, NWO, Hitman, and Breeze, and probably Cena. I'll probably run those 4 in the bottom. Yeah, probably those 4. I could potentially also run Booker T, which I actually probably will. He's 4-star bronze, but he's a lower talent level, and he can finish 4-star golds no problem. Shamrock would be another good one to run in the bottom row. Striker Sting, you just want to take your best 4, have them set up properly, and then someone you can use to counter in any one of the other spots. Open is completely open, so you can take anyone, so you'll probably see a lot of crazy stuff in there. I'm sure there'll be some zombie Austins and that kind of stuff. If you have enough decent strikers, take advantage of this bottom row. If not, then you could maybe just fill any 5, right? You could do a couple NWO guys. Say you want to bring 6 or Wolfpack Sting or whoever, Let's look at the NWO guys quick. Kevin Nash, either version. Battle. Let's go on the road here to this one. Here we go. Come here. Let's get an NWO guy in here. And links. Here we go. So these are NWO guys you could fill in there. You know, if you have a high perfect 6, but he's a striker anyway. The Booker T, Harlem Heat, Hitman, some different guys. I don't have all of them. Actually, Big Sexy won't work. Too bad, he's Wolfpack only. Yeah, Hollywood Hogan would fit in there, obviously. So yeah, there's not going to probably be a ton of guys that aren't strikers that you can run in there that are worth filling it for. So maybe, yeah. So probably not worth it, to be honest. Mainly I would focus on that bottom row, get 4 good strikers, have them all use different trainers so you can be good to go, fully set up. That might be hard with 4 different strikers. And then use your multi-gem coach guys to take out their best, so you're not getting hit, you know. So look out for Volkov. He's going to be really nasty if he has gear. NWO Hart is going to be nasty with gear. Those are a couple, and Harper will be nasty. So look out for those guys. Have a counter in the open spot. I'm going to use Dango. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people are going to use Z Austin. I wouldn't advocate for pulling Z Austin because I'm sure with the 4 striker slots, you're going to see a lot of 6s. So I don't recommend that, but you know, you do you, boo. Other than that, guys, this feud, I think it's going to be pretty hard to score a lot of points. If you have NWO Big Show on top, he's going to be a great counter if you have him leveled up. I think I mentioned that before. But I think it's going to be hard to score a lot of points. So do yourself a favor, do your faction a favor so your leaders aren't sweating it. Don't make them chase you down. Start using some of your Evos, fuses. You want to be really close to 6 mil going into these last 2. Then you can have a decent feud, not be stressed out, kind of enjoy it. That'll leave you 2.33 million for the last 2 feuds. And the last feud doesn't get any easier. It's going to be a really good one for me. Ciampa's got a 200% bonus. Socko's got a 100% bleed bonus. So you are going to see some. And Ultimate Warrior has an insane bonus. With cross breaks, you're going to see some really tough lineups, and I think it's going to be hard to score big. So unless you have one of those really good lineups, don't count on it. So just a heads up, guys, I would get ready to go. Go in with your 5, nice size roster, focus on speed and having your guys set up right. Use those multi-gem down coaches. Edge is one for acros. You'll have to look at some. I don't remember right off the top of my head, everyone. I think, unfortunately, for technicians, it's Triple H. It is. I don't have him, so it's Triple H. There might be. Let's see if there's a. Mela's the striker one. Socko is a 35%er, so he's helpful for strikers. So you can use Socko on him if you have him, but again, pretty rare. Masters of the Universe Warrior is another one for showboats, along with Powerhouse Angle. Yeah, those are the big ones that I can think of right off. So yeah, go in with your MP or your multiply down guys. Use those on their big multiply guys, and good luck, guys. Have a good feud. Remember the first 5 minutes of each of the flash feuds. The Unstoppable Empires asked no one feud for the first 5 minutes in honor of Nathan. So please do that. Most everyone has been, which is pretty cool. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope it helps. Have a good feud. I'm going to try and get one of these videos out for the last one too. It's kind of hard in between the feuds to get these, so hopefully you'll have at least a couple hours to view this one before feuds live. Thanks, guys. Good luck out there.